What's up, world? It's me, Nez. Welcome to Nez Telly, your one-stop YouTube channel to find out. I don't even know what's wrong with me. Anyway, the wonderful place to find out what book you can and should be reading, okay? Yes, that's where we are. So if this is your first time, it's me, Nez. Thank you so much for coming by and checking up. And then, of course, if this is not your first time, welcome back. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so that we can grow this channel to get better and we can get ourselves to read more, okay? Thank you so much for coming by. Guys, first of all, I want to render a huge apology. I am so sorry I couldn't do anything on Monday. I imagine some of you noticed, I imagine some of you didn't notice, but those of you that noticed, I am so sorry. I had a very interesting week. That's all I can say. First of all, I lost a relative over the weekend. She died. She's in the US, but she died. And it was someone that mattered to, my family and I a lot. So there was that. There was two. On Monday morning, I get up to go out and do something, and I realized that my car was broken into, like in my compound. Someone literally came into my compound, broke into my car, and stole something that they call the brain box. Now, you can tell that I'm that typical woman, even though I didn't really plan it that way. I'm the typical woman that knows very little about cars, but my brain box were taken, and most of the electronics of my car were taken away. There was a CCTV camera that caught the person, so I'm not sure yet, but maybe at the end of this video I'm going to put the video of the person, because we looked at the video, we kept on looking at it because it was dark, and there was a small period of time where we saw him a little. We don't really recognize him, so I'm just going to put the video at the end of this thing, so that in case you see him anywhere and you recognize him, just know this is a very dangerous person. And then it would be really cool if you can report the situation, because it's someone that I would like to catch. My area is generally a gated area, so we kind of assumed that it had to be someone that stayed around, but we don't know how the person got in and came in as early as 3 a.m. in the morning and came and broke into my car and stole things. So right now, your sister is careless. Anyway, so the book I want to talk about today, I think this book is actually a book that I think is actually time worthy, like considering what has just happened to me or what's happening now in general. The book is called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Of course, the first time I heard about this book, I've been hearing about this book for about a year or even more. And every time I hear the title of the book, I'm like, but what was the monk doing with a Ferrari to begin with? Because most times when you hear of monks, you think about people that stay like up on some mountain where they stay, be sacred and all that. So it's like, how did he drive a Ferrari there? Or I don't know, did he do his own monkship or monastery, what they call? They do that in a car, in the Ferrari. But anyway, it basically details the story about a man, a protege to his mentor, like this guy that he considered a big guy way back and all that. So basically, the story is told through the eye of a protege who had watched his boss become this very big man. He was like a playboy, womanizer, millionaire in dollars, that kind of thing. The guy was very balling and all that, and lawyers, right? And the guy was a lawyer. Both of them were lawyers, right? And one day in the courthouse, in between the man being like one of the best lawyers in the world, slam dunking every case that he gets, in the middle of the courthouse, this guy just passes out, like he collapses, and they think the man is dead, but apparently he had a heart episode. So after this heart episode, the man recovers, as in he spent some time in the hospital, he recovers, then sold everything he had, everything, including his Ferrari. So that's where that comes in. So he sold everything. He sold his Ferrari. He had this beautiful black Ferrari that was considered a staple of success. So like there was the car, there was the mansion. He sold everything he had, and he sold them all for next to nothing. Like, he just took his money and he disappeared. So his friend did not see him for years, until after a while, this man who was like in his 60s came, a younger version of him showed up. Like he was looking like he was in his 30s. He just showed up out of nowhere, and he's like, the guy at first didn't recognize him. As a protege, didn't recognize his mentor. He was like, "Who are you?" and all that. And then the guy said, "Is this how you meet? Is this how you greet people that we know before? You're now a big boy, Abby." And the guy was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were the one." And so just by looking at him, the physical changes, what had happened to him and all that, he was like, okay, a lot of things had happened with this guy. So what exactly was it? So this guy took time to explain to him the things that made him to become who he was. He had literally gone to some place in the Himalayas and became a monk. He spent like 4 years amongst these people that were wonderful. I don't want to give away too much about this book, but here's what you need to know about this book. When it came to like the top 50, I don't know if you know about Alox and Success TV. They are two places I check out a lot here on YouTube. So you check them out, and they give you a list of books. They talk about success in general, but they give you a list of books or list of things that you could be interested in. So this book was listed in both places where they talk about if you want to succeed, if you want to make money, books on wealth that would help you. They mentioned this book. Now, this book was about a man who had money, who sold all the money he had, sold everything he had, and then took on a simpler life as a monk. So at first I quarreled with it a little, like, how is this about money? But it wasn't. No, it's not just about that. It's actually about like things like mindfulness. Now, if anybody has tried to study things about self-development, you hear about things like mind control, controlling your willpower, disciplining your mind to behave itself, the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your mind, and all that. So basically, his mentor started reteaching him again about a whole other life other than the life he had taught him before, which was basically being a cutthroat lawyer. So he taught him about things like the importance of silence, the importance of reading, the importance of journaling, the importance of being still, having what we call the quiet time, the importance of playing, enjoying, laughing, the importance of laughing. They said that the average 4-year-old laughs about 500 times, 300, 500 times a day, and the average adult laughs 15 times or less. So it's like, force yourself to laugh. As in, these monks actually train themselves to wake up in the morning, have something to laugh about. If there's nothing that they laugh until your heart feels like laughing. The importance of breathing, as in, like, this book is like a book. There's so many, when you're reading books and there's so many, there are so many cool quotes in there. That's how the book is. So I don't want to mention all of them because there's so many, right? But basically, the importance of this book is to understand the meaning of life itself, finding your purpose, knowing who you are, becoming the thing that you're supposed to be. Because in the end, I know we all like to form that some people are more special than the other, but the fact is that everybody in this world, God does not make waste. Yeah, so everybody in this world is a genius at something, but the thing is that all of us are facing one particular direction. And according to Einstein, if you judge a fish by his ability to climb a tree, he will end up feeling like he's a fool. Do you understand? So it's like, find out what you're supposed to do, then enjoy life doing that thing. If you find out what you're supposed to do as a person, you're going to enjoy it. So that was what basically this new friend, his new mentor and monk, taught him. The guy had learned how to live, watching his food, watching his breathing, and he somehow, from being this person, he had actually become a younger person. Like the protege referred to him as a 30-year-old man, as in, like, who is this 30-year-old person in my office? And then by the time the guy now told him, who are you now forming for? He now turned out that, so it's you, someone that was almost over 60 at the time when the last time he saw him. So this book is beautiful. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I'm going to give you descriptions down there. I listened to it on script. And right now about this book is that this book forced me to read slowly. I couldn't like rush through it. It's not like I usually rush through my books. I don't think so. Like, I think I'm a slow reader generally. But this book, like, a lot of times I'll read and I'll be forced to pull back. Let me catch that. I'll read again. I'll go back. Let me catch that. I just kept doing that. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's what happened. This book is beautiful. Like, I read it on script, the e-version. I feel, personally, I am going to go to Roving Heights and get the physical one, because that book is a book. There are too many things to mark, too many things to relook at. I am going to go back and I'm going to get it. So just so you don't already know, it's available on Roving Heights. Roving Heights is available on Instagram. It's in Abuja and it's here in Lagos. So just find it. You find this book. This book is beautiful. It's totally worth the read. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please shoot me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And don't forget to ring the bell so that you can get a notification anytime I get a new video out here, so that we can grow this community and we can read better and make Africa a better place, make Nigeria a better place. Thank you so much for watching. So right now, after this, I'm going to put, in addition to the link of videos that I'm going to put here, or here, I don't know where they're going to be. I'm going to keep them here, right? The link of videos I'm going to keep here for videos that you can watch, other videos that you can watch from me. So if you want to see more about the video I told you guys in the beginning, where I talked about the CCTV that captured the man who came and vandalized my car, I'm going to keep the video. You're going to see the video after this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
The part of the screen has like a blotch. So that's the space on my right. That's one thing.